Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with Miguel Nunez. Hi, Miguel.
How are you? Good morning.
I'm great, and I got a question for you because I know you told us a story in the past about you had a vacant home, found somebody in
Mm.
there, and were in the process of getting him out. So what has happened since then?
Well, as I may or may not have said, we now, when we have a vacant home, we put cameras.
Hmm.
And we start monitoring those cameras. It's actually my son's job. And on this house, we got the notification from the camera. We looked at the footage, and there was this individual who went to the house and immediately went after the cameras and unplugged them.
Mm.
So we knew somebody was there at Saturday, six in the afternoon. We were able to, I had to call our client, came down to San Diego, and called the cops, and they came in. It's Sunday morning, 10 police patrol cars out there in the K9 unit, and the individual was still there. So they arrested him. And that was that. I said, okay, that's it. I don't know what they're going to do. So they decided to charge him as a felony because he broke a window. There's damage to the property, went into the house, but it was completely vacant. No furniture, nothing. So there was nothing to steal. But I guess this gentleman had had some previous encounters with the law, and they decided to charge him as a felony because he had stolen power. He connected his phones to the walls, and he used the bathroom, so he used water. So technically, he was stealing. He went in with the intent of stealing. So we get weeks later, we got a call to go to court. And the first time I get called to go to court, I have never been in criminal court. I've been in probate court many times, but not criminal court. So we get there, and he didn't show up. So they issue a warrant for his arrest. Then they catch him. Then we have a second time to go to court, and his attorney asks for an extension. Third time we go to court, and he's there, which is kind of uneasy because now we're all sitting down in the same corridors there, and he's kind of looking at you, and we're looking at each other, trying not to make eye contact. We go in, and it's called a preliminary hearing, which is not where the judge is going to determine what's going to happen. And they were charging him with a felony. So after going, it was interesting because at one point, the house is empty. There's nobody there except him. And then at one point, the judge says, well, how do you know that this gentleman broke the window? Do you have footage of that? And we said, well, no, we don't have footage of that because the camera was not pointing out there. And then he said, well, how do you know that those phones connected to the power outlet were his? And I'm kind of looking at, well, who else could it be? I mean, it's his backpack and this stuff. So, I mean, there were a couple of things where I don't know. I wanted to raise my hand. I know the answer to that, but the attorney didn't come up with anything. And they decided not to charge him as a felony, but more of as a misdemeanor. So they had to go back and say, okay, let's restart this and charge him as a misdemeanor. To at one point, me and my client said, okay, we're out of here. I mean, we had no we had no interest in the system charging one way or the other. I mean, we didn't file the charges; it was them doing it. So, but it was a very interesting process, which gives us again. So, what did I learn about that process? Focus on perimeter cameras more, trying to, okay, in anticipation to a judge saying, well, did you see him breaking the windows? Well, let's make sure that we cover the exterior a little bit better than the interior. So there you go. Always learning something.
Yeah, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. I mean, you're great at your job, so sorry you had to go through that. But thanks for sharing that story. It's
Well,
very interesting.
we just learn more and more as we go with
That's
these
right.
cases.
We never
Yes.
stop learning.
No,
All
no.
right. Thank you guys so much for watching.